Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Good morning to you, Lagos, Nigeria. If you're just joining us, you're welcome. We started this conversation this morning on the Morning Crossfire at 5 a.m. As early as 5 a.m. We're here arguing and talking for development. That's what we do basically here on Nigeria Info. We have a platform, you have a voice. So let's talk always. I'm Sheriff Quadry. We're live right now on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3. Just search for it. You'll be able to watch me live at our audio-visual studios here on Etimian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria. You can also track our conversation on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM. The WhatsApp number is also there. This morning, what we intend to do is to bring some facts to things that you must have heard, things that you think you actually are thinking that maybe you're aware of, things that you're aware of, but not maybe completely. We'll have that because we have fact checkers here, Africa Check, on the show this morning, represented by Allwel, Okpi. Allwel, a very lovely morning to you. Thank you for joining us this morning on the Crossfire.
Yeah, thank you, Quadry. Good morning.
It's good to have you. Allwel Okpi is the researcher and community manager, Africa Check. He joins us via Skype this morning. So as we go along, I would like for you to, anything that you have doubts on, especially on COVID-19, if you have questions, please drop those questions for us. In the next 25-30 minutes, we'll have this chat with Allwel, and then we can bring some clarity to it. So let's start this way. So the second wave is here, Allwel. What do we know about the spread of the second wave? What are the figures that we're having? What should we be having? Tell us exactly the facts about the second wave that we're dealing with now.
The second wave, as it has been called, is essentially because there has been a significant spike in the number of confirmed cases. If you look at the registration reports published by the NCDC, you realize that the numbers went up. Beginning from when we had our first case in February.
Right.
The numbers of confirmed cases, went up until I think it hit a peak somewhere in July, and then it started to come down. Where you're looking at like the number of cases confirmed in a day, and then it was pretty much at a certain level after until say the end of November. From December, it began to go up again. And then, the number of cases confirmed in a day, as of the peak in July, we didn't get up to 800 confirmed cases on a particular day. I think the highest was about 790. I think that should be on the 1st of July. But then coming into December, it began to go up until up to over 1,000 in December, and then the highest number of cases recorded in a day, over 2,000. Okay. It's sometime that was just about 6 days ago on 22nd January.
Over 2,000 cases in a day.
Yes, over 2,000 cases in a day. That's 2,314.
Whoa. That's
based on the reports published by NCDC, and so that is why this has been looked as a second wave, and based on the numbers is significantly bigger than the first wave. And to also put it in perspective, if you look at the situation report that was published on as of the end of November 2020, that was dated 29th November. The total number of cases, confirmed cases in the country, was 67,412. And then as of today, that's January 28th, it has gone up to 126,160. If you do the math, you realize that over a period of 2 months, we have nearly doubled what we had up until November. I mean, we've added close to 60,000 cases
since the first. I mean, looking at the distance, we got to 67,000 right from the first case in February.
Exactly.
And now within 2 months,
7,000 at the end of November.
And within 2 months, we're almost doubling that.
Yeah, we're getting close to doubling that. So that just puts the second wave in perspective. There have been arguments about whether it is exactly because the virus is spreading more, or also because of the fact that that there is more testing now than there were that we were doing some months ago. So whichever way, it's there's still some experts say that some reasons to worry or to be concerned, but not to panic anyway. But then, I mean, the advice still remains to follow the guidelines.
I want to talk to you about what we know about the rate of infection, which you have just highlighted. But are these infections, the rate of infection being reported accurately? Because these are the documented ones. What do we know about the undocumented, level of infections that we have in our communities? What do we know?
Well, there's so much you can do about it. You're only able to document what what was reported.
Right.
I mean, NCDs and so different experts that have been involved in all of this. They know that quite a number of people who are not reporting, quite a number of people who are probably self-isolate, making it official. So somehow some of those numbers are not captured. So these are numbers. I mean, that's why it is clearly that confirmed cases, meaning that a test was done and then it was confirmed positive.
Right.
Some people might have had COVID and probably recovered from it without reporting. So on a general basis, NCC experts involved in this, generally warn that the number could actually be more than what is being reported.
Right. Let's talk about. Let's add this to what you're just saying now. The casualty figures. It's being said that there are a lot of things that we are lumping up with COVID. Can we truly get the actual casualty figure as a result of COVID? Is that a possibility? Because I've discussed with so many people that are saying that, look, there's no way that we can actually put numbers to the casualty figures, because anything, I mean, you get calls every time here that everybody that dies now is COVID. Waiting. Now COVID, the only disease where they keep people now. So is it something we can know that these are actually the numbers, the figure for casualties as a result of COVID?
Well, from our understanding, also as an organization that's been collaborating with NCDC in trying to ensure that the conversations around COVID thing and all that is fact-based and accurate. We know that for the deaths that are recorded for a casualty that recorded for COVID are usually out of those that have been confirmed, out of the confirmed cases.
Right.
Okay. So I mean, if it has been confirmed to have COVID-19 and then the person eventually dies within the period, so then it's then counted as COVID. Now, it's also necessary
Is it
to
every one of such cases? Can you confirm that every one of such cases are duly counted?
well, we can to that extent. We only deal with the information that we get from NCDC,
Okay.
and to a great extent, we believe that they're doing their job quite diligently, and so and then the complication also comes from the fact that a lot of the times people that die from COVID also have underlying diseases and
Right.
all that,
Right.
and then so that argument comes to say, okay, yeah, this person already had this
Yeah.
this
Exactly.
before COVID, and then
Exactly.
so why? But then whichever way, it is known that people who have those underlying illnesses before they get the virus are more likely to die than people who are healthy.
Indeed. Now let's step this up a little bit because I'd like to go to the phone lines. My listener is calling me now, and I'd like to answer his call. I want to talk to you about smoking and COVID. Africa Check did a research on that. What can you tell us about it?
Okay, yeah. So we did published an analysis on the issue or the relationship with uh, smoking and COVID-19, and that was on the back of the ban on smoking in South Africa, because of COVID-19.
Okay.
And then so looking at the difference, this because I mean these kinds of things have to be established through proper studies and research. And so looking at different studies done in China, in the US, in Italy, and places, one thing that was, I mean, first off, it is neither here nor there in terms of whether whether people who are smoking are shielded from COVID or they are more exposed to it. Our conclusion is that more studies need to be done on that to really establish it. But some interesting thing I found in the studies that have been conducted in China, that for people who were out of the COVID patients that were surveyed in different studies in China, they found about 7.7% of them were, said they were current smokers.
Okay.
And if you're looking at that figure, it is small compared to the 26% prevalence of smoking. I mean, the data on smoking in China.
Okay.
So which means that among COVID patients, smokers are underrepresented,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And similar pattern was also came up from studies that were done in US, where you had 2.3% of them of COVID patients admitting that they were current smokers, as against 15.6% of prevalence of smoking in the US.
Right.
Italy, quite similar figures from Italy also. But then, there are different issues with that with that research. One is that the smoking status of wasn't gotten from every patient.
Okay.
In those cases, and then, so there were gaps in the data collection in terms of whether you're a current smoker or not. And then there are also other issues in that, I mean, a lot of people would not want to admit that they smoke, especially when they're in a hospital.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's also an issue. So there's a possibility some people might deny that they smoke. And then also as well also say that, I mean, that also some people who they may not they may not have smoked in the last 2-3 days, and then they'll tell you, oh, I quit. And so, so they essentially just looked at current smokers, which there's a issue with that. But then another set of studies on the people who sort of died as a result of COVID. It was the figures showed that there were more smokers,
right,
in that space. So it's more like that when smokers get hospitalized with COVID, they are more likely to die than non-smokers, and it was sort of attributed to the fact that smokers in a general sense are more likely to have some other diseases,
right,
some form of cancer and all of that,
right.
and that will predispose them to dying from it when they get hospitalized.
Just to be clear, from the researches, the studies that you have looked at, there is no clear connection between directly smoking, and COVID.
Yes, I mean, it is still being studied. Most of these studies have actually not been concluded, so to say. They have not gone through peer reviews. These are preprint studies, and of course, it's an ongoing thing. And so much of the studies have not exactly been concluded, but these are just a bit of the evidence that come out of them. So maybe when we have more conclusive studies, we might be able to say for certain that this is what it is. But for now, the conclusion is that more studies need to be done to confirm that.
All right, indeed. Let's go to the telephone now and get some thoughts in before we conclude on this conversation this morning. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're looking at COVID-19 and some checklists that we need to look into. Every Thursday we bring you stories and conversations around health. Here we go. The studio line is 0700 993 993 993. That is 0700 993 993 is our studio line. Please, when you're calling, turn off your radio. It's very, very important that you do that. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, well done. Good morning to your guests out there. Yeah. Okay. What I want to say is that, like he rightly said, what about have the NCDC consider the peculiarity of this period that we have as a kind of Hamatan and all that? Because my cousin even in the north, told me the experience that for quite some weeks now, I mean, the hair over there has been dry and very sharp, and with a lot of cold and all that.
Yeah.
So all these things naturally, even before the existence of coronavirus, results in cough, catarrh, and all that, which are similar even to the coronavirus, symptoms and all that. So I mean, what is the NCDC sensitizations and orientation as regards that, so that because as it is now, is as if a lot of people are even much more in disarray about fine little things happening to you, you begin to have a preconsciousness of So I think we really need to let people get sensitized, and also there are other therapeutic way of probably managing these things, in terms of the herbs and all that are readily available to people while this particular virus is still in the initial stage. Because we know that, I mean, while in the nose, while in the throat, at least it takes some few days even before it gets to, the main part of the body and begin to carry out its own havoc. So, within this period, a lot of people, we are familiar with certain things that we can do. So I would like NCDC to also enlighten, not everybody could be, access into these public facilities and all that. But what's the role of NCDC in sensitizing the people in alternative therapy? Thank you.
Thank you, too, for calling me. Appreciate it. We really do. Before we take on our next call, I would like to talk to this caller, Chikwebuka, who is calling in from Shomolu. Let's speak with him, then we'll come back to the first question. Good morning to you, Chikwebuka. Chukwebuka, you're live on air. Good morning to you. I'm sorry, Chukwebuka, I can't hear you. Okay, we have to hang up now. Chukwebuka, thank you for trying. Do appreciate it. Oh well, let's talk about what the last caller said. Do we know anything as regards Hamatan and COVID-19? Do we have any information in that regard? Is there anything that we should know?
Well, I don't think there has been any clear established relation between the Hamatan and COVID. But of course, we would generally what Hamatan usually comes with in terms of all the dust and sometimes the cold, which probably exposes people to different kinds of cold symptoms and all that. So, but I'm not aware of any established link between Hamatan and COVID-19, particularly as we have it in the country. I mean, and we might not attribute the second wave, for instance, to Hamatan, because it's not just about whether people are coughing or sneezing.
Yeah.
These are confirmed cases. I mean, of people who actually have the virus.
Let's go to break. Let's go to break. Oh well, let's go to break. When we return, we'll conclude on this conversation. Please stay with us. Lagos, we're going to head out now for a quick break, and we'll be right back to finish up on our conversation this morning. Stay here.
Spark up your creativity. Expand your knowledge of new words and build your vocabulary. Get a copy of the Book of 100 Rhymes by Truman Nolly. It contains 20 rhymes each for presentation, Christian freestyle, love, and advisory segments. You can get a copy for 1,000 naira from any of these locations: Blanco Supermarket, Ikate by Lekki Ekpe Expressway; Orbit Link Pharmacy and Supermart, number 13 Bodetomo Street, Surulere; Edichart Supermarket, 54 Olorun Logbon Street, Anthony Village; Nigeria Info Office, 267 Etimian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. And for the first stack Maza Axis, you can call 0902 057 5859.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this. For area, then they call me Baba 22. If you look my JC, number 22. My Keke number encore 22. My house number, of course. I decack for number 22. But you sabi wetin really make them they call me Baba 22? Now because I dey groove 22 times bonus on top every recharge.
Yes, so if you don't take when you use your glow line, reactivate now, make you begin enjoy your own go get 22 times bonus on top every recharge. It dey pay to reactivate your glow line.
Glow Unlimited.
Breakfast your day every day with the nourishment of malt, milk, and cocoa, and the delicious taste of Milo.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Uncle Dentist, what are cavities? And how does Colgate protect my teeth from cavities? Does it use Kung Fu?
No, dear. Most tooth pains are caused by tooth holes called cavities. When you brush daily with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, its expert formula locks natural calcium in our teeth and helps protect them from cavities.
It's time to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Keeps cavities out!
Colgate is recommended by the Nigerian Dental Association.
Remita is the easiest way to pay for airtime, data, electricity, cable TV subscription, and other bills easily without storage that touch. With Remita, you can make all your payments using your ATM card, USSD, wallet, internet banking, phone number, or account transfer. Indeed, Remita is all you need to pay your next bill. Download the Remita app from Google Play Store or Apple Store, or visit www.remita.net to start making payments now. Remita, because payments should be easy.
I won't tell you the secret of better food. Now the new no chicken and classic seasoning powder. The ingredient they take make natural by nature, like real chicken, rosemary, black and white pepper, garlic, onion, parsley, mushroom, coriander, and plenty more. If you knack new no seasoning powder for inside your jollof, fried rice, egusi, and all other soup, you go know say flavor pass flavor. New no seasoning powder, natural by ingredients, bangba by flavor.
Hey, Oga and Madam, you don't see the room now. Make I show you the toilet where you go to share with other neighbors.
Now the toilet be this.
What's the apple?
Oga agent, you mean say na general toilets clean come white like this,
Yes, now. See what's in they use take cleaner and kill the yama germs come out.
Hypo toilet cleaner. Wow.
Wash your toilet at least once a week with Hypo Toilet Cleaner to keep it sparkling clean and gem-free. Available in sachet for 35 naira only. Madam, now 2 years landlord one collect.
We go pay for 6 years.
You get to win money. You get to win 10,000 naira cash on the Just a Minute game show. Call into any of our shows: The Morning Crossfire, What's Up Lagos, The Sunny Side, and Hard Facts. Answer as many questions as possible in 60 seconds, and you stand a chance to win 10,000 naira. Winner will be announced on Hard Facts. Just a Minute, the game show for everyone, right here on your number one station for talk, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Hey, Doredo, better it safe. Now 10 gigabyte data just land my Airtel so. Guess how much? 3,000 naira. 3K better for 10 gigabyte data. You shock, Abby? Make I add extra shock. 5,000 naira go give you 20 gigabyte data. Now so be self for shock.
That's right. With Airtel data, just a little more gets you so much more. Introducing Airtel More for More data plans, like 10 gigabytes for just 3,000 naira and 20 gigabytes for 5,000 naira. Dial star 141 hash today.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Uplifting the nation through information.
Is it appropriate for a policeman to be searching through somebody's phone?
No, it is wrong.
The problem that the lecturers have against IPPIS is very simple. Our lecturers, they are teaching in University of Lagos alone. They are teaching in other universities, private, public, state, all kind of universities. Now, this IPPIS will cut off this madness. So that is what they are against. No, they feel like the federal government is a corrupt government. So let them be chopping their own at the federal level, while the university will be chopping their own at the university level, academic level. And it can't continue like that.
Your reliable station for more information around Nigeria. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It is your number one talk station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Sheriff Quadry. Thank you all for being a part of the program since 8 that we started this conversation concerning setting the record straight about COVID. We do this weekly here on your number one talk station. I have with me Allwel Okpi from Africa Check. He joins us via Skype this morning, and we are about to conclude on our conversation right now. Before we go, though, Allwel, thank you so much for remaining with us on the program this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so let me put this last question to you as we go on. How have we been managing data? I mean, you are a numbers person, you are a data person. How would you describe data management in the wake of COVID here in Nigeria?
It's been quite commendable of NCDC the way they have been putting out data on this. We don't usually find it that easy to get data on any other thing. I mean, based on our work as fact checkers, I mean that's one of the most difficult things to get data from a government agency in Nigeria. But to a very great extent, NCDC has been giving periodic updates with data on how the virus has been spreading across states, and the website, the NCDC website, has quite a lot of information on this, and so we believe it is quite commendable, and then there has also been that commitment to ensuring that narratives are out there, are also false narratives are also debunked, and they've worked with us to do that in so many different ways, and which include even training journalists on fact checking and also getting their facts right. So from our point of view, that there has been relatively good data in terms of what's happening with COVID, at least what the NCDC has been recording. They have been putting it out there for anybody who needs the data.
Indeed, Allwel. I will have to stop here for this morning, Allwel. Thank you so much for joining us on the Morning Crossfire today.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate your time. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Lagos, Nigeria, Africa Check. Allwel Okpi joined us this morning via Skype, and we've been talking about the facts and figures of COVID-19, what you need to know, what you should know. Now, at 8:45, our friends from Wema Bank will be joining us, and they have a bit of they have information for you at 8:45. While we wait for that conversation, it's only proper for us to play just a minute. Shall we play just a minute now? I think we can. Let's play just a minute, and then I'll come back and take some comments that have come in during the course of the show, right? Let's do that, because I actually don't want, for us to miss out on just a minute, because once I start taking those comments now, time will fly. And then you'll not be happy. And I want you to be happy. So let's play just a minute, huh? Let's do this. 0700 993 993 993. That is 0700 993 993 993. Let's play.
The home of entertaining comedy.
I personally think Liverpool of last season that lost the title were better. That's my personal opinion.
Somebody who has the virus refused to isolate. That's even attempted murder, in my opinion, because you know how dangerous this virus is and you refuse to do the right thing. It should be a crime.
99.3.
A young man like me, looking for what I'll fed myself, and police are collecting my money. It's evil. Okay, later I will say Yahoo. I'm not doing Yahoo. I have a luxury shop.
Your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
The women, once they get married, they feel they've achieved everything they want in life.
For the first time in a long time, the youth are actually voicing and coming out to protest. It's a beautiful time. And so I think it is just a dress rehearsal for 2023.
Rule of law is supposed to apply whether you are old or young, rich or poor. If we see where rule of law is not being applied, we should call it out and say, this is wrong.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This is Just a Minute. Just a Minute on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. What's your name?
I'm Johnson.
Johnson
Ebinga.
Johnson who?
Ebinga, are you?
Ebinaha.
Ebinga, Ebingh.
Okay, all right. Have you won before Just a Minute?
No.
You like
This
to?
is my first time.
This is your first time. Okay. So let's play. You know the rules. You have to answer as many questions as possible in 60 seconds. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's play then. Let's play.
This is Just a Minute.
Your first question is: please tell me exactly where Nigeria Info is located.
At the Victoria Island, Christian. Island Christian.
Eh? You just tell me Skipo.
Skip.
Yes, yes, you have done the right thing. Tell me the sister stations that Nigeria Info has here.
Skip.
I should skip too. Okay. Okay, so what's the name of the Lagos State Governor?
Baba.
Correct. One for you. I want to ask a question for you. We have a new program about business on hard facts. What is it called?
No. skip.
It's called Balogun and Broad. Okay, so just stay on the line. Your details will be collected. I mean, you could just be the winner. You answer one question correctly, all right?
Okay.
Okay, just stay on the line. There you go, Lagos. He tried, did what he could, but then again, he just got one question correctly. Now, let me take your thought before I bring on my guest this morning. My next guest from our friends at Wema Bank. Let's start with this one here. Kunle Aluko says, Sheriff, your guest is talking front and back. A smoker may likely have bad cough, related diseases, and the Hamatan comes with depressing cold cough and catarrh, the same symptoms for COVID. I don't know what you're trying to say, Aluko. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Well, thank you for your thought. I appreciate it. Okay, now, so what we're going to do now is let's go to YouTube and take some thought. Okay, Nokoya says my guest is doing very well. Thank you for your contribution. Appreciate it. Joy Forever on Twitter is also in on the conversation, and he says, does the data include Kogi that claims no COVID in the state? Is Aso Rock a private place? Will people in Kogi will people in Kogi? Oh yeah, you're responding to so many things at the same time. Points to the data, the law, the regulations, rather, the new regulations. Okay, well, Joy Fiber, thank you for your thought. Appreciate it. I'm going to take now some thoughts concerning the regulations now. Let's take this one here from, what's your name again? I'm trying to look for your name here. Okay. Pridera. Let's take Pridera's own. Pridera says about the regulation thing that many people would not do that and the enforcement will be very poor. These are my thoughts. We had this conversation at 5 a.m. This morning regarding regulations. Chukwuweke says the defaulters will serve 6 months in prison. Hope they will maintain social distance there. Sheriff, good morning. Good morning to you too. Again, we had this conversation about the new regulation that whether if you don't wear your mask in public, if you don't social distance in public, you may likely get fined if you're caught or being put in prison for 6 months. Those are the conversations. That's the conversation we had in the morning, and those are the messages that are trooping in now. I don't know what kept them somewhere. Perhaps the messages on our last conversation will now be dropping after the show. I don't know why they're held up somewhere. But let's get to the phone lines. Let's see if we can get more thoughts on that new regulation right now. 0700 993 993 993. We have about 3 minutes to take your reaction to that new regulation. If you wear your face mask, if you don't wear your face mask, if you don't social distance, hey, if they catch you. Samuel is here in Ikoyi. Samuel, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, I'm calling you aspect of the game.
No, we finished playing the game. This guy. We don't finish playing game now. And we're done with the game. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Morning to you.
My name is Chibueze.
Talk to me, Chibueze.
Yes.
Are you in support of this regulation? Do you think it will work?
Why not? Anything to keep Nigerians safe can never be undermined.
Okay.
You know, yes, even if it means by force to keep us safe, we appreciate that. But Sheriff, more to that, you see, I was trained as a microbiologist, though I'm not practicing.
Okay.
But I still have, I still know one or two things about it.
Okay.
It will appear that Nigeria is more interested in info about COVID-19 than solutions to it. For example, yesterday, Bigate made a comment. He said, we have seen COVID-19. We are tackling COVID-19. But we should start preparing for the next pandemic.
Like a war.
Immediately he said that, and I saw a man who became rich not because, he was chanced. I see people who think ahead. Sheriff, you will know, as a microbiologist, they will tell you that disease-causing organisms, as we call it in the lab, pathogens, they mutate.
Yes,
they change forms
Yes.
from one form to the other. So, what is Nigeria doing about this thing? We have international microbiologists and medical doctors and lab scientists.
Yeah.
What is our budget about COVID-19 up for? Is it just about sharing food to people? Is it just about getting money from international communities? What is the state of our lab? NCDC, every day you get text messages over 30 in a day.
Right.
Sheriff, is it possible that in the next 1 year, Nigeria can come up and say, we have a world-class laboratory, so that we won't be graduating people who are only interested in answering graduates? Can't they work? Can't we do something? Sheriff, we have all the herbs in the world.
Right.
Africa has all the herbs. Nigeria particularly, because my study was production of antibiotics from herbs.
Okay.
And I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
We can do these things. We can do it. This idea of collecting money, trying to force people to do this, you don't force people to do things, because just like the last caller said, if you keep on arresting us because of masks, are you going to push us where we will be isolated? Is it not in the same cell that you are going to push all of us? What have you achieved in doing? So I see that we are only interested in the other form of it, which is spread the knowledge about COVID, spread the knowledge about COVID, spread the knowledge. Yeah, we are spreading it, but I tell you, more people in the capital
we need to be more proactive.
Yeah,
thank you.
Do something.
Thank you so much for calling me. I really appreciate it. I wish we could go on, but hey, we need to stop there. Let's bring in our friends from Wema Bank, and you need to listen to this that we're about to tell you. All right, just stay here. We'll be right back in a moment.
Information you need.
Those who constructed Ababa Port knew ability that trucks coming to load must have to park there and wait for their turn to load. That was why the spaces were provided. Now you came and sold those spaces and purchased everywhere. Then the truck who want to load now will not park along the road. It doesn't work. We don't micromanage this committee from Abuja. No, it's a local affair. These are people who know the people within the state and who know those who actually need these jobs within the state.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.